Welcome back to Devi Daly Yoga and the 14-day Yin Reset. We are on day number 3 and we're going to be doing a beautiful practice today that stimulates the energies of the spine and stretches a lot of good stuff in the torso. We're going to start out in Golden Gate pose, which is a back bend that uses a yoga block. If you do not have yoga blocks yet, you can use a firm cushion instead. And start out on your back. Place your head and shoulders on the ground, feet on the ground, lift your hips and slide your block or firm pillow underneath your hips. So I like to use the middle height of the block, but some people like to do the lower height or the higher height. Extend your legs straight ahead, or if that's too much, you can do this with the knees bent and the feet flat. Arrange yourself so that you feel like you can kind of rest your weight on the block. Spread your arms out, maybe in a T or angled out at some comfortable angle. And widen the feet to a position that's comfortable, maybe as wide as your mat or maybe narrower. And take a deep breath into this extended, lengthened front of the body, hips, thighs, lower belly. As you exhale, feel this area softening, the front of the body. Feel your shoulders relax into the earth. And now slowly releasing. Bring your feet flat to the ground, lift your hips off of your prop and rest on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, open your knees wide and rest like this with the hands on the low belly, taking this time to feel your pelvis, your low back, your sacrum after that back bend. And now bring the knees in toward each other. Extend your left leg long down the mat and draw the right knee in toward your chest for cradle pose. Hugging the right knee in. And breathing into the low back here. Lengthening the low back. And now reaching down for your right foot with your right hand for one-legged happy baby pose. You choose if you're going to hold the inside or the outside of the foot. And remembering that our focus is on the spine today, so we can draw our awareness to how this leg position is lengthening the right side of the lower back, and see if we want to bring the knee in toward the midline more to get that sensation in a better way, or if we like keeping the knee farther out to the side. And releasing, right leg extends down, left knee comes in toward the chest for cradle pose. Clasping on the shin, hugging the knee in, feeling that length in the lower back on the left side this time. Breathing into that length. And one-legged happy baby pose, left hand to left foot, turning the sole of the foot up to the sky. And we think of these as the same stretch, really. They're both for the lower back, just two different leg positions to get into it. So if this one doesn't work for you to hold the foot, you could just go back to the cradle position. And wherever you are, we have these choices of whether the knee comes toward the midline or more toward the outside of the body. And everyone's body is different, and what each person experiences is different. So this is something for you to feel out in your own body. And wherever you are, take a deep breath into the low back. Exhale. And release the left leg. Extend both legs long, interlace the fingers, press the palms up as you stretch down through your legs and feet. And bend your knees. Hug them in toward your chest. Lift your head up toward your knees. Squeeze into a ball. And release the head down. Roll to one side and roll onto your belly to come into Sphinx. In Sphinx pose, elbows are under the shoulders. Elbows could be a little wider or narrower depending on what feels right in your body. Legs could be as wide as your mat or quite a bit closer together or anywhere in between. See what feels good in your spine and your lower back. The idea with Yin is to create gentle stretches, gentle amounts of sensation, and to hold them for a long time. And this is what invites the fascia of the body to unravel in a therapeutic way. Any knots in the fascia that might be a result of emotional tension or ways that we hold the body to protect ourselves, ways that we might not need to protect ourselves. We create this safe and compassionate space on the mat, and we remind ourselves that we can let go. We can relax into this body, even if there's a little bit of tension. We can soften into the tension. Slowly releasing and pressing into child's pose, hips coming up and back, taking 1 minute to rest in child's pose. Breathing. And slowly coming up onto hands and knees and into rolling panda pose. Now, rolling panda is often thought of as more of a twist, but we're going to approach it today with the left arm sliding under the right from this hands and knees position, bringing the left shoulder to the ground. We're going to approach it as actually more of a forward bend than a twist. Your right foot comes out to the side like a kickstand, and here's where the really important thing is to kind of tuck the head under, and I'm also tucking my shoulder under and rolling kind of toward the back of the head. Your right hand can press the ground above your head. And here is where we get this upper portion of the spine, getting this forward bend with a bit of traction because of the way the left shoulder is anchored on the ground. Back of the neck and the upper back are experiencing a very unique stretching. Continuing to rest here. If you're trying this pose and it's not working for you, or if you have neck concerns, then the alternative pose is to take this hanging of the head to the side, which is called graceful bow. And slowly unwinding your rolling panda pose. And slowly take it to the second side. Right arm slides under the left arm. And taking your left leg out to the side, I will turn around just so you can see. And remembering this position of the head, which is quite important, and this is something to really feel it out rather than trying to make it look like something that I'm doing, because we all have a very different range of motion here. And once you've found your rolling panda pose, breathing into the upper back of the neck, right side of the shoulder. And slowly unwinding and slowly resting back into child's pose. 1 minute in child's pose. And coming up from child's pose and coming to sit for caterpillar pose, both legs in front of you. And coming forward over the legs, feel free to use a cushion under your seat. Feel free to use a block or two under your head or under your forearms or hands. When we emphasize the spine in our yoga stretches, one of the common sort of myths is that we want to straighten the spine, we want to extend in the torso. And what this movement actually does is it tenses the spinal muscles. And when we want to stretch the muscles, and especially the fascia of the spinal column, we must do this rounding, softening thing. And this can be a dangerous thing to do in the wrong context, but here in this yin context where we're being very mindful, slow, gentle, and safe, then it is quite safe for the body to do this. Wherever you are, take a breath into this soft spine. And exhale and relax a little bit deeper. And slowly releasing, coming to rest on your back. 1 minute, feeling the effects on your spine. And now bending your knees, hugging them into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Bring the legs back, and now we'll come into spinal twist, taking both knees over to the right. Extend your left arm out to the left side. Anchor your legs down with your hand, and you could choose to cross the left knee over the right if that gives you a better spinal twisting sensation. As you find your twist that you want to settle into, take a deep breath in and exhale, relax into your twist. Soften here. Slowly bring the knees back up to the center. And shifting over to the second side, knees in and over to the left. Right arm out to the right side, left hand anchoring the legs, and the option to cross right knee over the left. Breathing right into your ribs, belly, and exhaling and softening through the shoulder, the neck, the waist, the spine. And slowly releasing, knees up to the center, and come into final Shavasana. Extend your body in all directions and rest. As you take this time of rest, make yourself comfortable. If there's anything you want to do, like add a pillow or a bolster under your knees or cover yourself with extra layers, make yourself comfortable and settle in. Take now an inhaling breath into your belly, into your heart. And as you exhale, welcome the release of your body into the support of the earth. Relaxing any remaining tension anywhere that you sense it in your body. And now taking a deeper breath into your belly and into your heart. And as you exhale, gently wiggle your fingers and toes, stretch out into your arms and legs. And bend your knees, roll over onto one side, and come up to a comfortable seat. You can use your cushion under your seat if you'd like. The final few moments here to feel the effects of this practice. When we do these postures that focus on the spine, there can be quite a lot of energy, a lot of energetic stimulation, a lot of aliveness inside. Breathing with whatever you're feeling. Taking a deeper breath now. And exhaling, letting the eyes open. That is today's practice. Congratulations, you've completed day number 3. Be sure to log your progress below and let the world know that you were here, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much.